Hello Bitzbox, this is Craig from Bitzbox.co.uk here with another video for you. So in this one, I'm going to be taking some of my old Corn Berserkers and my old Noise Marines. I'm going to be stripping some of the parts from them and combining them with the Chaos Space Marine kit to make some bigger and more up-to-date miniatures for these. So at the time of filming this, there isn't any Corn Berserkers or Noise Marines who really sort of compare in the size to, say, like the Plague Marines, Thousand Suns and the Chaos Space Marines. I do think, though, during 9th edition we probably will get updates, but for the meantime, I'm going to just make use of some of my old miniatures and, yeah, see what I can do by combining them with the sort of latest Chaos Space Marine kit. So, yeah, that's what this video is all about, so let's jump straight in. So, here are some of the Emperor's Children that I'm going to be redoing. So, I've got the Cacophony set there, and over here I just got some regular ones. All of the metal weapons, some of them have fallen apart, but that doesn't really matter. I only really want the arms, maybe the odd head, and I quite like the backpacks on a couple of them as well. And with these ones it'll just be a case of taking the arms, and I think if the heads are separate I'll take them, but I'm not sure they are. A couple of them might be, but yeah, it's all about the weapons really on these guys. For the Berserkers, I've got these old miniatures here. Now I only want to do 8 Berserkers. So I've got a few sort of spares to play around with, so there's some older pieces, like quite like this icon. Maybe I'll try and work that in there. I've got this guy who I might use as axe, maybe. But I have got this power claw here, which I really like from one of the old Chaos Marines. So I wouldn't mind working that into there for a champion. I've got the old Khan of Betrayer. If I want to use any pieces from him, I might do. I've got, I don't know if this was converted from a Forge-World Khan of Betrayer, but there's some pieces there I could use. I've got this nice backpack. I like how with this squad I've got like the trophy racks on the back of all of them, so maybe I'll try and do that. But the main things here is the heads, shoulder pads, and get as many chain axes as I can. I've got a few. Some of them have been converted from other weapons with the axe heads put on, which I'm not a massive fan of, but they seem to work. I may have some of the Forge-World ones kicking about as well, but yeah, I'll see what I've got. Okay, so the plan is to add some of the bits from the old miniatures to these new ones. So I've got 20 of the new Chaos Space Marines here, or the current ones. Been out for a little while now. Got a squad of 8 Corn Berserkers. You see I've given them pistols. 2 plasma pistols and then a plasma pistol for the champion as well. And with these I've made a couple of alterations on some of them. Please focus. These torso fronts from the Khorne Blood Warriors from Age of Sigmar. Not on all of them, but about 3 of them have these. More of them would, but I didn't even come up with the idea until I was sort of halfway through building them. But I've got some brass etch stuff somewhere that I'm going to use in bits and pieces on these. Then I've got 2 squads of 6 for the Noise Marines. Now I deliberately left the backpacks off 2 of them, that'd be the Champion and the Blastmaster, because I'm going to use some of the older backpacks for them. I haven't put the backpacks on the Berserkers yet, but I will do. They'll probably just use a combination of the new ones with some extra bits on them. But yeah, there's still some more pieces that will go on these. The Noise Marines' heads I still haven't worked out what I'm going to use just yet. With the Cacophony, their heads are attached to their bodies, so they're not really any use to me, but I can find some that's similar. But yeah, that's where I am at the moment, so I'll be back in the next update. Okay, so I've managed to take apart most of the Noise Marines. There's a couple of Khorne bits in there as well, but I'm going to do them in the next batch. But yeah, I've taken off some arms and shoulder pads, weapons, backpacks. All the stuff will be stripped now, so I'll just chuck some biostrip in there and strip the paint off these. I've got a whole video on stripping paint off miniatures. I'll put a little thing up in the corner so you can see that. And yeah, I'll get to work on these and the Khorne bits. So a quick little update on the Berzerkers. As you can see, I've got most of them put together now. Just an icon for him. I might not use the metal one now. I might just use the one from the Bloodletters. I quite like that. Or I could use the original banner, but I quite like the Bloodletter one, so I think I've got one lying around I can use. For the champion, I decided to use the old Khan of Betrayer's Gore Chosen instead. I was going to use for Power Claw, but I didn't really have any left-handed plasma pistols to go with it, so but I quite like this look. And the head and the torso from the Blood Warriors is pretty cool. But yeah, you can still see like the stripped bits. There's odd little bits of sort of black in the recesses, but I don't think it'll matter once these are undercoated. I've got an idea for a scheme a little bit different, but I don't know if it's going to turn out the way I want, so if they end up looking red, then you'll know the answer to that. This is a Noise Marine champion. Really happy with him. So yeah, he's looking pretty cool, but as far as the Noise Marine is concerned, I haven't done much else just yet. So still just backpacks and that on them. Thing is, they really need to be painted before assembled, because the guns are going across their chests, so maybe I'll just wait till they're painted before I show them off. Okay, so this is the current progress, and it's probably where I'm going to leave this video. At the time of filming this, Indomitus is literally coming out very soon, so as soon as I get that, these will probably be put on the back burner, but I want to show you where I've got to so far. So I have finished painting 4 of the Khorne Berzerkers. Now I've gone for this sort of red. Do I focus on there? Doesn't want to focus, does it? Yeah, you can sort of see on the shoulder pad, sort of various colours of red. Just sort of dabbed on. Nice little effect there. Just sort of sponged on various reds, and then done a very thin layer of blood for a blood god. Give it that shine. Yeah, really happy how these turned out. I've got another 4. They're just primed white at the moment, so I went with this icon, which I'm really happy with. So yeah, I didn't use as many older parts as I thought I may have, but still plenty in there. All the shoulder pads, most of the heads, some of the chain axes as well. You know, use some of the Forge World ones, but there's a couple of the older ones in there as well. Of course, this guy's got kind of a Betrayer's arm, which I think's worked really well. But yeah, that's the 8 Berzerkers. Definitely try and get them finished at some point. So I do want to use them in my Chaos Force. So I'll move them out of the way. Now you can see some Noise Marines in the background. So I actually painted both the champions. And yeah, I've seen a lot of people do this sort of skin, this sort of stitched skin effect on the armour. So I sort of went with that. There's a couple of little extra highlights I'll probably add to these eventually, but I find they seem to work quite well. Got the other one there as well. So yeah, these are using the backpacks and the head. Well, this guy literally just uses the backpack and the head from the old ones. This guy's got this power sword as well from the old miniatures with the head and the big old backpack there as well. They've both just got regular bolt pistols from the Chaos Space Marine set. I've got an example of a couple of the Noise Marines. They're all going to be pretty much this. So one's with the metal sonic blasters there. I've just blue tacked the arms on because I'm going to keep the arms separate when I paint them, just to make it easier. They fit on really well. So if you're wondering whether the old sonic blasters and that fit on the new miniatures, they fit pretty good. Even blue tacked on. I mean, you can see it just the arm's just over slightly because of the blue tack, but if it wasn't for that, it'd be perfect fit. Same with this one. This is based on the old resin ones, and I've just sort of converted it to be a Blastmaster. Forge World ones seem to fit quite well also. So yes, essentially, and then they're just mainly using heads from Chaos Space Marine set because the Cacophony heads were just attached to the body, so they're not really usable. And yeah, I'm going to use some of these Emperor's Children shoulder pads as well. So yeah, I've still got a little pile of bits over here. There's the Metal Blastmaster and whatnot. It's still a load of bits. There's a few sort of composite bits left over, but yeah, quite easy to strip them down and mix them with the newer kit to really make some awesome looking new miniatures. It's better than selling them or throwing them away or just using the smaller ones. I'm not a fan of them at all. They just look silly alongside the bigger stuff now. So, but yeah, really happy how they turned out, and I look forward to using them in games in the future. And we're going to try and do a lot more battle reports on this channel, as you've probably already seen by the time this video goes out. So yeah, I look forward to them. But yeah, really, really fun little project to do. I will get them finished at some point, but my focus will be on Indomitus for a little while, and there'll probably be some Indomitus related content on the channel very soon, if not already by the time you watch this. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, like, subscribe and all that jazz, and I'll see you again in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, then please feel free to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. You can also click that bell icon to be notified when a new video has gone live on this channel. On the screen now are 2 more videos that you may wish to check out, and a link to our Patreon page also. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.